Welcome, viewer, to today's class. Today we'll be dealing with what we call quadratic equation. And as we all know, quadratic equation is an equation in expression of ax to the square of 2 plus bs plus c equal to 0. It's an expression of as to the power of 2 plus bs plus c. Now, a is a coefficient of the s square, while b is coefficient of x, and c referred to as constant. Now, before we start solving it, I want us to know that we have different methods in solving quadratic equation. Number one, we have what we call factorization method. We have completing the square method. We also have formula method. But we are starting with what we call factorization method. Now, in factorization method, whenever we are given an equation, let's look at the equation of the board. As to the power of 2 equal to 10x then minus 3. The first thing you will discover that this particular question is not well arranged. So the first thing is to arrange it in an equation manner that will be very convenient to solve. Now, if you have to arrange it, then we carry everything here. You can discover we have two parts. We have right hand side, we have left hand side. So let's move everything in this left hand side to this side. That will give us solution. 8x squared minus that 8x squared equal to x 10x minus 3. So let's move. We have 8x squared minus 10x. When you move this one, it becomes 3. You know there won't be anything here, so you equate it to 0. Now, one thing that I want you to take note is you must know your product and you must know your sum. Now, your product, you need to get your product. Then you need to get your sum. Now, how do we get that? Your product is everything, the coefficient of s squared with the s squared. We multiply the constant. So that would be 8x squared times 3. That gives us 24x squared. That means plus of it. Then our sum is the coefficient of x. That will give us what? That gives us minus 10x. Now, the next thing we have to look for is what is the two factor that whenever you multiply the two together, it will give you 24. When you have the same two number with their sign notation, it will give you minus 10. Now, let's calculate test from 24. What are the two numbers that will multiply together that will give us 24? We have 1 and 24. We also have 2 and 12. We also have 4 and 6. Now, let's stop there. Out of all these three, which one, when we add it together, that will give us, when you multiply this, it will give us 24. When you multiply it, will give us 24. When you multiply this, also give us 24. But don't forget, our sum is minus 10. You know, this cannot even work. But this one, when you use minus 12 plus 2, will give me minus 10. But if I multiply the 2, minus 12 plus 2, you know, it will give us minus 10. But when you multiply minus 12 times 2, will give me minus 24. So it can work because I have plus 24. So the next thing, you look at this. If I multiply these two together, it will give me plus. If I add it as well, it will give me plus 10. So what can I do? If I use minus 4 times minus 6, that will give me minus 24. No, plus 24. But if you add it, it will give you minus 10. You will discover that this is the best. So you will use minus. I hope you understand. Now, if you do, now let's go. The two of them now, you bring the 2 to replace this 10. So we have 8x squared minus, you are not writing minus 10 again. You are bringing these 2 minus 4x minus 6x, then plus 3 equal to 0. Now, if you remember one of my video, I said there's what we call pairing. You pair these two, you also pair these two. Now, when you pair these two, what common to two of them? We have as a factor 4x. So 4x, this we are left with 2x minus 1. Here, what is the factor? That would be minus 3. Minus 3 from here, that will be 2x. Don't forget, this is plus. You can't use plus here because you have the minus. And minus times minus will give us plus. This will also be minus 1 equal to 0. Now, you bring the 2 outside. That will be 4x minus 3 into 2x minus 1 equal to 0. Now, let's equate each of them to 0. So, we have 4x minus 3 equal to 0. Also, 2x minus 1 equal to 0. So this will be 4x. When you take this across, it change to 3. So our s will equal to 3 over 4. Then also, when you move this, we have 2s equal to 1. Now, when you divide through by 2, our s equal to 1 over 2. Now, by standard, what you have to write? S equal to 3 over 4 and 1 over 2. Please don't use or, because the two answer belongs to this equation. So it's not or, it's and. I hope that one is clear. If it is clear, please, this is the correct answer. So please don't forget, if you have gained anything here, to like. Now let's move on. Now we also, when you have the question in this form, you have this question in this form, and we have to find the value, we have to factorize. So what you have to do is to expand this first. This will be 3x minus 1 into 3x minus 1 equal to 5x squared minus 1. Don't forget, when you have 2 raised to power 2, it can be 2 times 2. So that is why this is multiplied itself twice. I hope you are getting it. Now from there, we have to open the bracket. This times this, that will be 9x squared. This times this will give us minus 3x. This times this will give us minus 3x. This times this will give us plus 1 equal to 5x squared minus 1. Now, we have to compress this, which gives us 9x squared minus 6x plus 1 equal to 5x squared minus 1. So the best thing is to bring these two to this side so that the equation will be equal to 0. Now in doing that, 5 will come down. That's 9x squared minus 5x squared, then minus 6x plus this one. Then 1 is coming to join, we turn to plus 1 equal to 0. Now from there, when you subtract this from this, we have 4x squared minus 6x plus 2 equal to 0. Now, we have two ways we can approach it. We can as well, because you discover that 2 will go in everything, we can divide through by 2, or we simplify. But I want us to simplify. We are not dividing through by 2. So what we have to do here is we look for our product, then we look for our sum. So our product is this value multiplied 2. Don't forget, that will give us plus 8x squared. While our sum is still minus 6. Now, when you look at it, what is 2 factor that when you multiply the 2 together, it will give us plus 8. The same 2 number, when you add it, it will give us minus 6. And in order not to waste much of our time, 2 times 2 will give me 2 times 4 will give me 8. Now, if I add 2 and 4 together, it will give me plus 6. But I need minus 6. So it means that what we need there, it will be minus 4 minus 2. The two of them, when you multiply, you have this. When you add, you have this. I hope it's clear. Now, you are now bringing the 2 to replace it. So we have 4x squared minus 4s minus 2s. Don't forget, when you use the 2 minus 4s minus 2s, we still give you minus 6x. Are you getting it? Then plus your 2 equal to 0. Now from here, the next thing is to pair them. Now what common to the 2? We have 4x. We are now left with x minus 1. Here as well, what common is minus 2. We are left with x minus 1 equal to 0. Don't forget, the 2 inside the bracket, they are the same. You pick it as 1, while you bring the 2 outside together. 4x minus 2 into x minus 1 equal to 0. Now, let's equate this to 0. The same way, you also equate this to 0. Now, in doing that, that will be 4x minus 2 equal to 0. Then, let's look at this side. X minus 1 equal to 0. Now, from there, we take this one. That will be 4x equal to 2. Then, to make s, we are looking for s. So, s now equal to 2 over 4. So, our s equal to 1 over 2. At the same time, this one, when you equate it to 0, we have x minus 1 equal to 0. So, s equal to 1. So, let's bring the two answers together. We now have s equal to 1 over 2 and 1. So, that's the correct answer. Having done that, the next thing, try this one for me. 4y plus 2 square equal to 4y square. So you can try this and drop your answer at the comment section. Thank you.